Garping guys, and today we are down at Carpvale Doubles for the first episode of the winter fishing. Hopefully I can get some fish on the bank, and these episodes through winter, hopefully I can just show you a few different lakes and bring you a few tips along the way. So stay tuned guys. It's a very foggy morning today, as you can see. Typical winter's morning. It's quite cold, but yeah, hopefully the fish are up for a little feeding. I've got all 3 rods out. I've cast 2 to the far margin. One of them's sitting in hardweed, and I know it is, but I've put a little bit of foam on the hook and just presented it up so that the hook just slowly sits down on top of any underlying weed, and it should just present the bait perfectly. The right hand rod I've just put out to a nice clear gravel bar that I found, and the left hand rod I've just walked through the bushes and my margins and my left hand side, found a nice clean spot, leaded it out first, and then I've slowly lifted the bait into the bottom with a little bit of foam, knowing that it's rather clear, as to say. So yeah, I've sat one in that margin down there. It's around 4 foot deep. I've just chucked a couple of handfuls of pellet over the top of it, so hopefully we can produce a bite out of that. So yeah. Well, decided to make a move. I was in the last peg 4 hours, which is not a lot. It's not a lot at all, but when you're on a day session, 4 hours is a long time. So looking for just that one bite on a day session, and try to find it. So I've moved down to an area of the lake which is a lot shallower than the rest of the lake, and it's not ideal for winter really. It would never cross my mind, but I have seen 2 or 3 fish crashing down this area, so come give it a try. Hopefully we can get something out, but like I say, it's not an ideal peg for winter. It's only around 2 or 3 foot deep. The rest of the lake's a lot deeper, so ordinarily you'd think that there'd be no fish up this end, they'd all be down in the deeper end. But I've seen fish crashing up here, so give it a go. Hopefully we can get one on the bank. So this is one of my rigs. What I'm going to be using the Medusa rig on. It's a size 6 wide gape on 15 pound. Sorry about that guys, I just tried to get into a little bit of rig talk, and I got a Savage liner on one of my rods. So this is what I've been using, the Medusa rig, which is a size 6 wide gape hook, microbarbed hook on 15 pound end trap soft with a swivel on the end. So some shrink tubing on there just to give it the kick. The hook link I have just spliced slightly so that it sits up in the water, gives it that nice kick, with a little ring swivel on there just to hold it to the shank. Then all we do from there is we get some cork, pull the cork over the hair and onto the back of that knot, and that just leaves a little bit of hair sticking out for me to put my maggots on. So then what I do next, get my cork, measure how long I think I'm going to need my cork. You don't want it tight to the hook, you want it slightly away, so I would have said that's about right distance from the hook, and then leave a little bit on the end just to get your maggots in, obviously. So if I make that around 10 mil, there's a little piece of cork, and then push the baiting needle straight through the centre of the cork Be careful not to stab yourself doing this, because it's easily done when piercing cork. We then get the hair. That's pretty much perfect. By the time I've got a big ball of maggots on there, well, you guessed it, I've moved again. But complete opposite end of the lake now, so fingers crossed. Nothing was happening down the bottom. I moved onto that peg with fish showing in front of me. Stayed down there for a few hours and there was absolutely nothing. I wasn't 100% confident going into the peg with it being such shallow water. It was just that there was showing fish there, so I moved onto it. So anyway, I'm in the complete opposite end of the lake now. Spend maybe 3, 4, 5 hours here. Hopefully we can pull a bite out. I've got one on a Zig, one on a Medusa rig, which I shown you earlier on what I made, and one just on a little wafter on an IQD rig. So 3 completely different rigs really, so hopefully we can pull one out of the bag. But I do know that this peg does produce quite a lot of fish, and I was quite surprised that it was empty, to be fair. So we've moved up here and see what we can do. So you guys might think, well, I couldn't be asked moving all that many times, but it's really not that much hard work. I try to travel as light as possible through the winter months. carrying just my rods, my net. I always take a little guest chair which only weighs around 2 kilo. It's ideal, lightweight, easy to pack away, and it all packs down into that. So I've got me rod bag, that's a 3 up 2 down rod bag, a fox carry-all, and obviously my easy mat for if I do get a fish, and obviously my net, 3 rods, all my bite alarms and bank sticks and that go back into my fox ruck haul, and that chair just straps onto the back of my ruck haul, and that's everything I need. Nice and light, so you can move around easily. So this is the 3rd swim I'm in today. I'd say it's one of the more favoured pegs on the lake. I'm surprised it's not taken. I've got one hard under that tree. Another one just inside that gap there in the tree. And then one just tight in front of them reeds. There's a nice gravel bar in front of there. So they've all produced fish for me before, so hopefully they can again today. Well, that's it now guys, all the gear's in the back of the van. I've hunted around all day trying to find them, but some days it just doesn't happen. But it was only on a day session. I feel as though if I'd have had a night, or yeah, if I'd have had an extra night on the lake, I felt confident that I would have got one. I had a couple of liners towards the end of the day there, which I thought was a run, to be fair. It wasn't, it was just liners. But that's how it is sometimes. You can't expect to go and catch every single time. It is what it is, but there will be more videos coming on the winter diaries. If you do like watching my videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thank you all again for watching guys. Keep an eye out for the next videos up and coming. Peace out.